Hello and welcome to Cigar Box Guitars, aka Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM, and we're coming to you today from the workshop with a new episode on the Duck Cigar Box. So let's get going. All right, here we go. I'm going to take you around and show you kind of what I've gotten done on the box so far. Here we go. And then we'll get into some other things. I'll show you what else I got left to do that I want to get accomplished this week and where we need to go from here, because now we're going to get really, really close. So let me get the camera down here a little bit for you so we can see better. You don't need to see my face the whole time. So here we go. We've got the neck actually in the box. The fretboard, I've got it marked. I've got to cut the slots, so we're going to do that. The other thing I need to cut is if I put it up to the line I drew. This is the line I drew where it's supposed to be at. You can see it's a little long. So let me mark that and get that cut to fit. So we're got to get right on the line there. And here's my pencil. We'll get this one cut. Let me get my magnifiers on. I haven't realized how much more I need those when I'm looking at a line. So here we go, got those. So we'll get this marked. Get it right on the line. We're going to mark it right here. And I had my little, once again, I need to clean my workbench off, but here we go. I'll just use the speed square. So we'll get that lined up. And as you can see, I'm not cutting too much off, just right there. So let's get that cut off. These little pieces are always nice for doing stuff like this for the string slots. You could even go a little smaller. So I got that cut. And that'll be perfect. Right there is where it's going to be. So that's all ready to go. Once we get the things slotted, we get the slots cut in. And I got it marked on this side, but the slots will actually be on this side. So that's all ready to go. In here, what I did was I cut, as you can see, I cut a piece of wood where I notched it down to here, and then I notched the neck in so it would fit together like that, so it'd be flush. And this is actually the piece that I re-glued that I was gonna, that my line went crooked, and so I was actually able to reuse that piece. And this is the exact width of the box right here. So it'll fit in there really nice. So with this thing, I just need to shape the neck. I got this little piece on as a little tail piece. So when I shape the neck, I'll kind of shape this guy a little bit. And that fits right in this slot. So the way I'm going to get, actually, like this here. And so the way I'm going to get my little pitch on this, these are the shims I used for shimming it. Well, I'm going to put them actually right in here. I'll probably make it shorter because there's nothing here. I'll make them shorter. And this is actually, we'll put those in there. And then when I fit the neck in, as you can see, that'll give me just a little bit of that angle right there. So we gotta glue these things in. So I'll mark these. And we'll cut those so we can glue, and we're just going to glue those right into the top. So that'll give us our pitch on our neck, which will be perfect. So let me go over and saw these really quick. We'll cut those out. So that'll give me, as you can see, that'll give me the right angle. So we'll glue these in just like that and like that to give us the. I don't want to glue the neck in yet because I got it sanded yet. Got to round this edge off, so we got to do that. Get those popped in. And that'll give us our angle when we put the other piece in. Because it's not much. When I was at Home Depot, they had these for 99 cents on a ladder before I checked out. I'm like, man, I'm always looking for some of those. And they're good and tight. So I picked 2 of those up. For a buck, you're never gonna have enough clamps. So I didn't get sponsored by Home Depot, but they got them there for a buck, which is a pretty good deal. So we got those glued in. So now when we put this thing in this way, it'll give us a little pitch out, which is just what we need. So let's set that aside while those dry up. I don't know what I do with my cap. But anyways, what I want to do next, oh, there's my cap. What I want to do next is when I cut this out, you can't see it, but when I cut this out, I didn't get this cut good enough for it to seal all the way down. And I thought, why not give it a little more strength and put a couple screws in here. Yeah, probably this way, which won't hurt. So we'll get our drill here. Just a couple of screws to make that a little stronger. It's glued already, but I think that's all I'll need is that. Yeah, that should be. And I want to do a little bigger drill bit. That way the head will sink in. So let's get that done. We'll do one in here. And one here. And I want those offset just a little bit. I might buy another set of these. I like them because you can slap them right in, as well as putting this. You don't have to go as far. So we'll do a little offset. Like that. Like that. So those screws will sink in. Because we want them nice and flush. And that will help hold everything. That one broke. Weird. I must not got the hole as deep as I did. Yeah, these are kind of soft screws, as you can see. It broke the head right off, but that'll still work. I thought I had poked through, but I guess not. With this hardwood, if you don't get the hole all the way through, it'll goof up on you. So there we go. We got that. Let me set up my sander so I can show you a little bit of sanding this neck, and let me get that set up, and I can show you that happening while we got those drying. So I'll be right back. Okay, got the sander set up. I'm not gonna show you while it's running because it makes a lot of noise. I'll take a few passes. Basically what I'm gonna do is like start here and just kind of roll it is what I do on these. And I'll just roll it like that all the way down just to get this edge off. So let me run it and I'll come back to you so you don't have to hear all that noise. So here we go. All right, so there we go. We kind of rounded it off, rounded this piece off, and just kind of rounded these sharp edges because this is the sharp edge. But just smooth it over so it feels good as a neck. I'm not going for like a full arch like a guitar would have because this is too narrow. So what I do is just get the sharpness off so it's got a good smooth feel and you don't bump your hands when you got your hand back here. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now I just got to hit it with just regular sandpaper. And what I picked up at Home Depot was I'm going to try to do the whole neck after I get everything glued on. I'm going to try to do the neck with this Danish oil. Now the interesting thing is when I went into Home Depot, I was asking the guy, I go, does this put kind of a gloss on it? He's like, I don't know. And so the paint department at Home Depot, they really don't have people that know what's going on with paint stains and finishes because he couldn't tell me. And if you look at the letters on those cans, it's so fine. I'll probably grab a magnifying glass when I'm home here. I don't know. I'm probably calling my age out here, but I mean that is some fine lettering. I don't know. I couldn't read it. So hopefully this it says it's a one-step finish. So I'm guessing it stains, seals, and protects. Will not crack, chip, or peel. Natural hand rub appearance. So I'm hoping it'll look like that. So, but I'll let you know how this Danish oil turns out on this. But I might be, I got enough here. I could probably do a million next because all I need to do is this little part. So yeah, we'll hit this with a little more sandpaper by hand, just to get this part out a little bit. I did hit it here to smooth the corners. So it kind of came out nice. I like the way it came out. And we got this thing baby screwed in there good. So we'll get to the fretboard. I'm kind of hesitating on cutting the fretboard because my sled on there is bad and I don't want to build another one. So hopefully I'll get that together. So yeah, so there's the neck piece all sanded up. And then let me take you around here. Oops, sorry about that. A little bumpy. So here is our box. The nice thing about Type Bond is it sets up pretty quick. And you know, this type of thing doesn't need a lot of pressure. So really that's where we're working on right there. And then when we put, let me get this further away here for you. Get all my compasses out of the way. So as you can see, so that did that to it. So when we get this thing all in here, it'll be pretty nice. There we go. So it's coming together. Let me get this on. There we go. It's coming together. Shouldn't be long now once we start getting that going. I thought about drilling holes. For the sound holes, you know, because the bridge will be right here. That's why I got that long piece, so these will screw in. The bridge is going to be right there, so it doesn't cover up the duck. So let me know if you got a comment about it. I want to put holes in the top, and I've got this bigger one. And I was thinking about putting one right in here, but I thought, that might mess up that whole scene. Then I thought about maybe just two on the corners, like one here and one there. So let me know what you think. So, because I got to cut hole. The only other holes I got to cut in this is there. The guy I'm building it for wasn't sure if he wanted an Apizio pickup in there, but I might put one in there just so it's there. But then I would just run, the other hole would be a jack in the back down here. So that'll do it for this week as it's coming right along. So I'm going to do a little more sanding on the neck, just to get a little rounder. Nothing like it's going to be a curve, but just to get the sharp edge off it, because I don't want to get this neck too narrow, because then it wants to start to warp if you start taking the strength away from it. So yeah, so that'll be it. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, subscribe, tell your friends. Even if they don't build anything, just tell them it's fun to watch somebody making something. I know I do that all the time on YouTube. And so yeah, that was another episode of the Duck Cigar Box Guitar, and we'll see you next week. One last little note, I found this nice wine crate at Total Wine the other night, and it's got I'm gonna put some hinges on it. I'll show you the top here. See, I'm gonna put some hinges on it. These were the inside pieces, and it has a really nice top. I'm gonna glue these on top so I don't get that. See how it's kind of bending? But as you can see, I took the staples out, but it's actually a really nice piece of pine all glued together. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't want to put it on the trailer because it's such a nice crate. It actually has these nice joints on them. So just a little side note of my search of cigar box and wine crates. So there you go.